My name is Shane Lalo, and welcome back to another video. So I'm actually recording the intro and outro on the same day. It's been a few days since I've done the project, but I'm absolutely in love with it. It took a lot of trial and error until I found the right thing and the right idea of what I want to do. Don't get me wrong, they're still very cursed. So yeah, keep that in mind. There does come to the point when it's the very end where I'm not videotaping a lot. It's mainly just due to me being upset and angry just because I could not figure it out for the first 5 attempts, it felt like. I'd been spending so much time on it. My sewing room was a complete disaster, which it still is, and I'm cleaning it up right now. And the dress that I was going to make for this project didn't work out, so it was just a whole ordeal. But I'm very happy with the outcome that I got, to say the least. I got a pretty nice outcome that I'm going to use for other things this Halloween. I'm also working on a project right now this Halloween, and I'm very excited for it. I really am excited for it, so I really hope you guys like it as well. So, cue me in the car. It's a disaster. So we've got the goods. Went to the Dollar Tree, got the tape, the paint, the yarn, the balloons, the newspaper. I went to Walmart, got me fabric for the dress. Should probably turn on the car. Make sure my Bluetooth doesn't connect. So now, all that's left to do is to go home, which please don't mind the hair, and start on it. Now, I've been dying to do this, and I'm actually just going to use some of the black fabric I have for my dress, because I got 4 yards. That should be more than enough for me to wear, for me to use. All I have to do is find me some dainty little black heels, or something of that nature, to go along with the dress. Ooh, that sun is bright. Which, unfortunately, it is just about to be. It is the 21st of September, and we have, 0 change in our leaves here in Colorado. I don't know about other parts of Colorado, but the part of Colorado I'm in has little to no change, which is super frustrating. And what the heck? But, yeah. Currently it is 6:21. I don't work tonight or tomorrow morning or anything like that. So I'm just kind of spending my time doing whatever the hell I want. So we're gonna make paper mache. That's what I've decided to spend my time with doing. And that's why we're wearing kind of a dress that I don't care about. It kind of doesn't fit me correctly. It's a little short. So I had to wear tights with it. And so my hair is just not cooperating with me today. So yeah, we're gonna take off our shoes. We're gonna lay down a trash bag that we're gonna cut in half so I don't make a huge mess. We're gonna make the goop out of flour and water, because apparently how you're supposed to make it. And yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm very excited. This is the first time I've done paper mache since I was in grade school. I think the last time I did it, we made globes, and I wasn't even allowed to do it. Because at the time, my mom put in that I had a latex allergy, which is true. I have a really bad latex allergy. When I have open wounds, I can't put a latex Band-Aid on if I have a cut, because then it just it infects the cut really bad for me. Ooh, that sun is bright. Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. I'm really excited to do this. I'm going to probably do this video in 2 parts. One part of me doing the pumpkin heads, which I'm only going to show mine probably. I probably want to show the process of making both. My only thing is these pumpkins have to be big enough to fit on my head and fit on my boyfriend's head. My boyfriend has a significantly larger head than I have 12-inch boobs. I'm pretty much max capacity with me able to have strings around it to make it into shape. And do that. And then the bottom of the pumpkin is going to be just about this. So I'm going to get ready to make a large one. You wanna know who is beginning
let it make me your only one. You choose it, don't lose it, don't let confuse.
We got this. I think I'm gonna leave everything else in my car. And just bring in the stuff for the project that I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna bring everything else in later. My stomach really hurts all of a sudden. So yeah, this is what's gonna fill my next few weeks because I have a lot of time off for the next few weeks. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. We got this. We are now home. I'm surprised my puppy isn't in the window. That scares me that she's probably gotten into food.
Here you can see me working on making the strips, trying to get everything going. I originally was going to do a balloon, but then went to a trash bag and ended up quickly realizing that the trash bag was not going to give me the shape I wanted and was very lumpy, and so I ended up switching back to the balloon. The balloon was working pretty well and I was okay with it, just because this was something I had done when I was like in fourth grade, and it went pretty fast. I tied some strings around it so that hopefully it'll change. I then went and started working on the second one, which was my boyfriend's for his head. I started to realize at this point that they were quite small and I knew that there would have to be more layers, but I was worried about our heads fitting. That was a much messier, much longer process than I anticipated. I'm going to take off my glasses because they're very shiny in the ring light. I have terrible lighting apparently in the sewing room. That I'm gonna fix. I'm totally getting new lighting if we're in here because it is only like 8 o'clock at night. Yes, the sun is completely gone, but I have like no lighting. We're gonna hope that these work out well. Fingers crossed. I think I might go pick up some foam clay. I don't know how to make the stems. I don't know. I thought about just like stacking like a little bit on it to try to make the stems, but I'm gonna let those dry first. Cut the strings, see how well that works. They're not super tight, so I know the ridges aren't gonna be huge, but I'm hoping that they're gonna be good enough. What I might do is when I cut it open and see if it's good, is I might add some more layers to it. I have a ton of newspaper to do this with and a ton of like just office supply paper that I can do it with. And then we're gonna paint it. This was a lot. This was a completely different experience than I've had before, but I am really enjoying it. My hands are covered in white paste, but I think it went on well. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and I don't think I'm gonna do any sewing tonight just because of how dark it is in this room. Mara! Mara! Hi, baby Katie! Oh, okay, come here, my sausage baby. Okay, you're so confused on what's going on. She just looked up and saw the balls just hanging because there's just two. Just point upwards. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's just two balls hanging from our ceiling. So yeah, we're gonna, hopefully those will be dried by tomorrow. I don't think they will be. If they are, then I'll keep working on them. If they're not, we'll just start on the dress. That took me like an hour and a half to get finished. And that was with me deciding, like, finding new ways to do it. Like, I watched Rachel Maskey's video of her doing it with a trash bag. And I was like, that's so smart. Let's try that. And then I started it and immediately regretted it. So that went away. My desk is now a complete disaster. I've not designed this idea yet because I was like, oh, I have this idea and I want to do it for me and my boyfriend's photo shoot with our puppy, which is this little sausage. We're going to dress her up as a ghost. And she's going to hold a little pail with some treats in it. Yeah, do you want a treat? I'll get you a treat. So yeah, I'll make her costume hopefully here soon. I'm going to make her costume look weathered. It's going to be made out of an old sheet, of course. And I am going to add a little bit of either some elastic banding or something along the bottom just to keep it on her while she's running around and we're getting those photos.
I'm gonna make little ear holes for her little ears and stuff. Of course, little eye holes. And then I'm tempted to actually have it cut from the nose and then drape it down that way so her whole mouth is open. But once we get into actual costume making, my boyfriend, he is just going to wear a button-up pair of pants, nice shoes. That's just his plan. But I wanted to make my puppies and my outfits mainly because I don't have a dress that I think will look really good with it. I mean, this dress I'm wearing now, but it's actually a stay-at-home dress, would look okay. But I think I want to do a little bit more, be a little more spicy. So, yeah, I think we're going to get cleaned up and close off the sewing room door because I don't need the puppy getting into stuff. And yeah, probably go watch some Gordon Ramsay. I don't know. I was watching Rachel Maskey the whole time doing this. So that was fun. You want to go eat a treat? Is that you? Is that you and me? Yeah, she can see her reflection. Is that you? Is that my Mara? Is that... Who is that? Is that Mara? Is that you? Okay, come on. Let's go get you a treat. So it is the next day. We are back into the sewing room. I ran into a predicament. So I came in and checked on the paper mache and I was like, oh, this looks great. This looks amazing. It has a full, like it blew big. And I don't know what I want to do. I looked up another thing online and found that some people just went or used cardboard, saran wrap, and a few other things. Yeah, don't mind the balls on my ceiling. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thing set up so I can actually set you guys up on it. Okay, so don't mind the mess in the background. I am repainting and redoing a lot of stuff in here, and I'm also trying to get some excess boxes out of the closet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up in here, first of all. I saw a thing online that it showed people using boxes and like building up a structure, using saran wrap, wrapping around it, and then doing paper mache off of that. That seemed to work really well. I also have some black spray paint to put on as a base, which will work really well as well. And then I can make the heads as big as I want. Kind of want more bigger heads, smaller bodies kind of thing. So we're going to see how that works. I do have the fabric and everything for the dress, but we're going to wait to do the dress for a little while. But yeah, I still have enough stuff to do the paper mache. If I need to go get more paper, I totally can. I have plenty of flour and water. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I do need to go get my box cutting knife. Yeah, you find it? And a few other things that I might potentially need for this. Yeah, I have tape. I have scissors. It's just a box knife. Gonna help with things. This seemed to work like the best for people from what I'm seeing online. So I figured that would work best for me. We'll see, because sometimes crafting is not as fun as we want it to be. I do need to plug in the iPad again and stuff. What are you doing? Can you get out of there? And then I'm hoping, once this is all finished tonight, I can start working on the dress here soon. I would like to get pictures done by the end of next week. Is the goal. It's the end of like next week or the week after, going into October, because where we're going to go with the property we're going to go, their leaves are starting to change within this week and the next. Craig unfortunately has really terrible places, so we love that. I might start on the dress while this is drying tonight. I have plenty of time tonight. I'm going to be sleeping tomorrow. I don't have work until 4 o'clock tomorrow because I should be cooking. Am I cooking? I should be cooking, and I only go till 7, so that still gives me time to work on a few other things. And then Monday and Tuesday, my boyfriend's off, and so am I, so we're going to do some stuff together. And I plan to hopefully get all this stuff for his outfit ready and stuff. What are you doing, Tiny? I have like 6 sewing machines around my whole bedroom right now. So I think that's the plan. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go, actually, I have this guy. I have this utility thing that might work pretty well. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. I'm really sad because like both of them burst and I'm still tempted to just pop it. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe. And, ooh, that just slid downwards. We're gonna pop this now. Oh, come on, you bugger. Let's just do that. Okay. So as you can see, like even like here has cracked. It's cracked in a few places. So I'm just gonna trim and pop it. Yeah, you can see where all the holes are now that I've popped it. There are like actually a lot. So we don't like that. Oh gosh, this one is so much taller. Okay. Yeah, this one has a ton of holes. Like, those are the full-blown holes. It's okay. Like do another half. So we'll see how this works. I am gonna go grab measuring tape. I don't want to fuck this up. Because knowing me, I absolutely will. Okay.
So here I'm working on like the pattern for the base and cutting it out of some HelloFresh boxes. No, this is not sponsored. That I had just laying around at the time. Hot gluing it. Well, originally I tried using staples and tape to put it all up and it just wouldn't stay because that's what the photo looked like. So finally I went to try to find my hot glue gun and started hot gluing everything together and that started working finally. So I've done one half and it took me over an hour to do that one half. Don't get me wrong. Had quite a few issues. It's very windy outside. Had quite a few issues that I ran into. I could not figure out how to get the cardboard to like stick together because a girl was not big braining and she decided to I decided like, oh, I'll use my staple gun. And I was trying to use like just some office grade tape. That didn't work. And then tried some other things. That didn't work. And then I remembered I have a hot glue gun that was in my another place in my garage. So it's still, I'm sorry, baby. It's still a little wet. This is what we're working with. I'm gonna shape it a little bit. So I think I'm gonna do like I think you add the layer of saran wrap to this, and that is what it kind of sticks to, so you are able to get this base back out to make the cast, quote unquote cast. So I'm gonna start with that, put a layer of stuff on it, and on top of that, I'm gonna make the ridges and stuff. So I'm gonna try to get a better angle of me doing this. I'm only gonna do one side for now, see how long that takes me. If I still have enough energy, I will go ahead and do the other one. Now with that, I'm gonna let the ridges dry. I'm probably gonna do 2 layers of just plain stuff, and then I'll add the ridges and then 2 more layers. So it's to add like 4 to 6 layers of
the stuff, and I would like to do that to make sure it's sturdy and strong. Because who knows, I might take this to a Halloween thing that I have going on in October and not just wear it for the photo shoot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try that. I might try shaving some of these down a little bit, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this in saran wrap, and yeah. Of how everything's going. It has been officially cling wrapped. I thought about filling it with paper to kind of fill out the edges, but it just didn't seem like that was gonna work. So I was like, okay, scrap that idea. We'll just tightly wrap it in the saran wrap and do the original plan. Paper mache over it, add the ridges, paper mache over it again. It's so cute. My puppy's asleep. She's so cute. So yeah, this took me like 5-10 minutes with like putting paper in it and stuff. So that didn't take me very long. So now it is on to the actual paper mache. So again, like I said, I'm going to wrap this whole thing up in about 2 layers of the paper mache, and then add the ridges, and then 2 more layers over top. Let that dry overnight. See how that looks. If I feel like it needs a little bit more, then I'll add more tomorrow. Another 2 to 3 layers, see what happens. But yeah, I'm hoping that with adding those ridges, so what I'm planning to do with like quote-unquote ridges is I'm just gonna build, like, make some lines on it to like make the bumps, the little bumps, and see how that doesn't go kind of crunkle some of it up, and then put a layer on top of it, 2 layers on top of it to kind of smooth it over. See how that works. Of course, you guys will see all this process. I'm going to clean up a little bit before starting just to make my life a little easier. Maybe get some toast, like a snack. I'm really hoping this works and that this is still going to be usable, because I really liked this mold and I know this will fit my head and my boyfriend's head, so I would like to use this again. Yes, I just kissed it. Anyway, I'm going to get cleaned up here and do that. What I might end up doing for like the ridges as well is just hot gluing some stuff onto it to build the ridge. See how that works, and then put this stuff on top of it. The flour, because I'm doing the flour mixture, because I know that is the easiest way for me to do it. I know the mixture. I don't have to buy anything. Just don't get it wet. That's all I know. So let me get cleaned up a little bit and we'll start paper macheing. So I'm going to very carefully lift this up because it's very wet, of course. This is what it looks like. It's not the greatest. Definitely is a very flat top up here. Like that kind of needs more rounded. Like the bottom is very round. Top is very flat. So I think I just need to round that out. And we'd be good. I think what I'm going to do is take some paper and like kind of scrunch it up on there. Try to lift it up. I don't want that getting on my carpet. And try to just build it up with some thicker paper. See how that works. I'm honestly going to stop recording for the night. My phone's about to die and that's what I record on. So yeah, I will come back in the morning and show you guys what I've done, the progress. I've gotten layer 2 done on it. And yes, I know there's a patch of whatever. I just patched that because it was such a small area. There's another patch over there. I'm going to let this dry overnight. See how solid it is. Depending on how solid it is, I'll add some more layers to it. But I don't know. This is just so concaved. I know that this side is probably going to be the side that I like chop down anyway, but I think I'm going to stop for the night. I'm absolutely exhausted and just kind of want to chillax. So So it's been a minute. Not really like a long minute, but it's been a minute. It's the next day, well, next evening. I have taken out one of the jack-o'-lantern halves of its mold. Went really well. I'm gonna reinforce the edges a bit. I'm also, when I put the heads together, I'm gonna hot glue and then reinforce with more paper mache and do it that way, and then paint it, and then add the eyes, all that. And I'm gonna reinforce the eye holes and stuff just to make everything clean, more sturdy and stuff. That is the goal in the plan. We're gonna hope that happens. Tomorrow I work the same shift, so I will have the evening to do things. I'm gonna go to bed and
So here I'm actually restarting with a punch ball balloon. I found a different article online that seemed like it worked better, so we went and picked up some punch ball balloons and started paper macheing. We ended up hot gluing these little foam boards to add the ridges and then just paper macheed over top of that to give it its ridges within the pumpkin.
for a minute. It is now currently Tuesday, which fun. My boyfriend might be coming back in. Okay, anyway, so we're doing a different plan, which I have all the videos sort of me paper macheing this because I know, because I've seen a lot of it. There's been a whole change of plans. I've even changed my outfit pretty much. I definitely wanted to go more borrowers vibes than what I did. So what we did instead is we started putting together the two sides of the head and seeing if it would work. It just wouldn't go together, and it just looked weird. It didn't look like a pumpkin head, and I was getting a little frustrated. So it's like, okay, let's stop. Let's find something else to do. It's just my puppy. So we looked up another tutorial online, and I am going to link it down below just so y'all can follow it too a little bit. But she used a punching balloon, which just is covered in the flour mixture, and I'm about to actually re-paper mache the sides of this to fill out the gaps now that I've made with the foam, to make the ridges. We're following that, and we're gonna see how well it works. If this doesn't work, because I have tried, like, which is this attempt number 3 on a new thing? No, it's like attempt number 4 on a new thing. This really doesn't work, then we are just doing pumpkin heads the day before, and yeah. So I'm gonna re-paper mache the sides, and then once that dries, which hopefully shouldn't take long, I'm gonna pop the balloon out, which I think it's really funny how the balloon looks. Definitely big enough to fit my head, thank God. So we're gonna re-paper mache it, and then once that's done, we're going to pop the balloon in, dampen the top with a sponge so we can concave it in, and then, and only then, and then we will put the stem on, and I'm just going to hot glue that, and then we're going to paper mache 2 more layers over the top of everything. Once that is done, you can actually set it in the oven at the lowest setting. It will go for about an hour to see if that will dry faster. We're going to attempt it, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I just don't want to burn it because it's paper. So after that's done, then it'll be on to painting. Now, there's been a slight change of how I'm going to dress for it. The dress that I made, yes, looks nice and decent enough, but it's no longer the vibe I'm going for. I decided I wanted to go more borrowers vibes. So I'm still going to wear the Swiss waist, which I'm making currently. I need to grab some parts out of my car so that I can finish it. So, yeah. And if you don't know what a Swiss waist is, this is one half of it. It's not lined yet, and I'm just bag lining the whole thing and then top stitching. On this side, it'll actually get the grommets, and it's just one side, and it loops in front and back. It looks really nice. I really like it. Mine has has 6 bones on either side. You can see here it's not meant for reducing, but it does help accentuate the waist. I have this really pretty dress that's completely sheer. It's lacy, beautiful, and has a handkerchief hem on it, which I think will work really well for the Halloween theme. I went up to the thrift stores and found a tablecloth that I really liked that was a nice orange, and I'm going to make that into a cute little paneled skirt to go underneath. And then I'm going to I have a whole bunch of tops that I can wear, and I'm just going to tuck that in either under the Swiss waist or underneath a bra that I'll wear over top of everything, and I'm going to do it that way. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. My plan is I want to add buttonholes because I love buttonholes more than zippers. I actually really hate doing zippers, so once I start on that, we'll go and work on that. I'm probably going to exit out all the stuff I've been doing for the other dress
just because I really don't like this dress anymore. Now that it's been sitting on my mannequin for a while, I actually have grown to hate it. So that's the reason why I'm not doing it no more. I think it's mainly my fabric choice and then the stitching that I did on it. It's just not what I was hoping and expecting. So that's kind of why I'm changing my plans. But let's go ahead and get back into doing the paper mache, because that's pretty much what takes the longest part. I am working on my head, he's working on his. I will probably have to paint his head because he's gonna be gone. He's gonna pick out a little face design for me to do. And when we get close to that, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing for the face design and everything. So yeah, very exciting, very excited. So now I am adding the paper mache around the ridges to be able to make them more smooth for the transition, and then I will be adding about 2 to 3 layers on top of this. Sorry, don't mind my puppy. To just make it more smooth. I ended up rolling up some pieces of newspaper to be able to make the ridges more smooth and over into the transition. So it has been a minute. We officially have this pretty much all done. This is completely dried. So I've dampened the top to kind of sink it in a little bit and then just hot glued that on top. I'm going to let this slightly dry for a few minutes and then add on the next 2 layers. And apparently you can let it sit in your oven at like the lowest temperature it can go for a little while. I'm gonna look that up a little bit more before I do it, because I don't want to light this on fire because it's taking me 2 days to do. Yeah, so far it's going. It's going. We got the little stem guy and a little concave. So next what we'll do is we'll spray paint it black as the base coat, and then we'll put on the paint on top of it. So yeah, and there's my boyfriend's over there. He still has to do all of the ridges and the bumps and lumps, and then 2 more layers of paper mache go on this. We'll bake it and paint it. So with painting this, I started off trying to add this orange base, and it just would not work with the black primer underneath. I should have done a white primer. So I ended up picking up some orange spray paint and putting that over top, and then just adding different colors around the ridges, shadowing it and everything. It worked out pretty well that way. I ended up spraying the inside of it to be pure black just to make it to where our faces weren't seen as easily as well. And here are the final results. Alright, so project is now done. This was a whole roller coaster of emotions with how many times I did paper mache. I'm never doing paper mache again in my life. That's how I feel about it right now. I am very happy with the outcome of how the heads looked. I wish I was able to take a little bit more time in my boyfriend's, because his stem and everything just didn't work out as much as I was hoping for, but I'm still very happy with the outcome we got. I think if I ever do this again, or if I update these ones, I'm going to put some foam on the inside to hold our heads, just to make everything sit a little bit better, because our heads kept falling forward, which was kind of difficult and kind of annoying. But I didn't think about adding foam or like a pillow on the inside to help hold it upright. Man, they're late. But I absolutely love this project. It was a lot of fun and took a lot out of me, but we got some pretty cute pictures with it, and I can't wait to put them on my wall and share them everywhere. I did not get any videos of me in it, but I do have a few. When Halloween comes, I have a few outfits that I plan to wear, and I'm going to take videos then. That is the goal, at least. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again.